Cyb0rg Ice here, and welcome to my first Battlefield 1 top 10. And the interesting thing about this top 10 is that I actually put facts into this one. I put them in all the weapons. Some of them are from Google, some of them from Wikipedia, some of them from the actual Battlefield wiki or fandom. And I also put one honorable mention in there, and I don't remember the name of it, but I'll look it up, and it'll be under the list. Whatever. I'll put it. You'll see the names of the guns and what rank they are on, and what I'll put the classes in there too if you're curious. But I'll put them in there, and I hope you all enjoy this top 10, and I'll see you all then. At the number 10 spot, we have the Automatico 10. This is an assault class. This is an assault class SMG. Nick, can you stop it? There's a demonstration of the fire rate in this thing. It's an extremely fast weapon, but it's got quite a bit of damage and extra ammo in it. And the Automatico was entered service into World War I in 1918 with the Italian forces. It was made from half of a Velar, a Persona aircraft submachine gun. It was made from a submachine gun from another weapon in Italy. Now, I'm also going to show you number 9 as well. So this is number 9, the MLE 1903. This is not the original skin. This is my skin that I got for it. That's the reload for it without extra ammo. Stop it. But the MLE was engineered by John Browning and made by a Belgian manufacturing company. That's all I can really get for it. I got it from Google. Now, if you would please stop, my good sir. But now, let's move on to number 8. At the number 8 spot, huh? What? Yes. And at number 8, we have the Gewehr M.95. I had an iffy decision about putting this gun on the list because it's got great power and it's a revolver. I like revolvers, but it's reload though. Just look at this. You have to take it out one by one, and it's extremely slow, but it's well worth the wait because it's extremely powerful. But it became an Austrian-Hungarian cavalry revolver, and it was one of the only pistols with this kind of reload that I can think of, I believe, with the like 1x1 reload, one shooter. Jesus Christ! But now I'm also going to show you number 7 as well, which is the Cyb0rg Automatic. This is a assault shotgun as well. It was designed by John Browning again. If you know who John Browning is, he made the Browning from World at War, or Call of Duty World at War, and a couple other weapons. But it was made in 1898. It was one of the first successful mass production shotguns at that time. And the guns are extremely fast, but the reload, it's kind of, I kind of like it, because you put one in and chamber it, and that's it. And you can't have any families because you're poor. But other than that, let's move on to number 6. And at the number 6 spot, we have the MP18. This is a gun that was the latest one into the war, which was in 1918, I believe. But it's one of the latest guns, and it was also used in 6 different wars until like 1947. And also, quick fact about the gun: it didn't just have this drum magazine. It also had an 8-round clip that military officers use for quick mobility. Because this gun is actually kind of heavy with this mag. I mean, in the game it's not that heavy, but in real life it's actually rather heavy. But now let's move on to number 5. At the number 5 spot, we have the Cei-Rigotti, and this gun is the basic one that you get in the game when you use the medic class. It's got a pretty unique reload. I kind of like it. And I got the legendary camo that makes it gold and black. It's got a couple of new etches on it, etchy little designs on it and stuff like that. But It was also known as the Cei gas rifle. It was made in the late years of the 19th century. So if you don't know what centuries are, they're like the decade before. Like, this is the 21st century. Last century was the 20th century, and this was made in the 1800s by Americano Cei-Rigotti. So this is a gun made from an Italian. It's a really powerful gun, and it was one of my favorites at the time. But then I bought a couple other medic weapons. I tested them out, and I found one I really like. It might be on this list. You never know. But now let's move on to number 4. And at the number 4 spot we have the MG15, which is a support gun in the support class. It's one of the most powerful LMGs in the game. Stop it! Stop it! You're lucky I have to cool down. Ah! Die! But yeah, it also has a cooling mechanism. But this gun was designed by as a combat aircraft gun mainly. It was for like the blimp on the game. It was mainly made for that. I'll just get some extra ammo here. But it was also used in World War II, I believe that's what it said. It also has a unique locking system that was made by Louis Stange, and it's actually a pretty cool weapon. I mean, it's a pretty big weapon, it's pretty bulky, and these are the standard iron sights too. Oh yeah, the AA gun's also one of my favorite weapons, but it's a stationary weapon, so it doesn't count on this list. But now, let's move on to number 3. At the number 3 spot, we have the Gewehr M.95, which is one of my favorite snipers in the game. I have 2 of these. I have this is the infantry one, and the carbine. Would you stop? This gun is loud, right? And this gun is a Hungarian-made weapon. It also was used by Germans, and it has one of the most unique bolts I've ever seen in a game, which is the bolt, which is the bolt. It's a straight bolt, so you don't have to pull out of sights to cock it back and get a new round. And it also has a pop-up clip, a little pop-down clip, like this. Hold on, let me just. It also gives you a reminder that you're almost out of ammo. Yeah, the clip can pop out like an M1 Garand. But like I said, this is one of my favorite snipers in the game. Although my favorite sniper doesn't make it on the list because it's not like one of the most unique weapons in the game. But just blow you up here. Could you not? I'm trying to do something here. Oh, sweet. Let's move on to number 2. First of all, we have the BAR 1918. This is the trench version with the... What? Oh, you have it too. But I'm using the AA sights. The iron sights on this gun aren't that cool. They're not that good. But this gun was developed by John Browning again. He made a lot of guns back in World War I. Could you stop? Like, not stop? Like, could you just stop, please? Could you not? You're lucky I missed. My ammo's bigger. But this gun replaced the M1909 Bayonet Marecchi, which is a French weapon. It's also in this game too. Like I said, it replaced the French LMG, the Gewehr Marecchi, I think in 1918. But I'm also going to show the honorable mention in this one as well, which is, God, I can't remember the name. I think it's the Repistado. But one of the coolest things about this thing is that it has very few moving parts, but it's also got a top clip fed mechanism on the top of the gun. But also, if you just shoot one, you can pull it back, pull out all the bullets, pop them back in, like this. Bombed out, put a new one in. It's extremely cool. I like this one. I like this pistol a lot. It even shows the actual number of rounds too. Like, it's really cool. But other than that, let's move on to number 1. In the number 1 spot, we have the Mondragon. It is my absolute favorite gun in this game. I have maybe almost 200 kills with this thing. And it just sounds cool. The reload's amazing. Just the way you hold the gun is just amazing. And I like how when you pull it out, like the bolt just bounces. I don't know why. I just get amused very easily. But this gun was developed by a Mexican artillery officer named General Manuel Mondragon. I have 2 variants of this weapon. I have the Storm, and I have the Sniper version, which I prefer if you're going for headshots. Although if you're going for close range headshots, just use this. But that's all I have today. That's all. Nice. But that's all I have for today's top 10. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Make sure to subscribe to Nick's channel. He's in the train over there. But I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I'll see you all